Okay, I'm ready to meet up with my crush. I hope he tells me I'm pretty. Hey,
Hey,
what you watching?
just this super hot girl, Scarlett.
What? Wow, she's really pretty. Does he like this girl? I look nothing like her. I'm so ugly.
Whatever. She's mid. She's so mid. Like, what do you even see in her?
You're right, Zezre. Who does this pick-me girl even think she is? She's obviously sexualizing herself for male attention. You would never do that. You have respect for yourself, unlike her. Besides, you're only 15 years old. You still have time to grow and potentially even look hotter than her. So, there's no need to be jealous.
Oh my god, she's 13 years old.
What? Do you think that she's actually pretty? Like, do you think that she's pretty?
Nah, I think she's mid.
Yeah, you're so right. She's mid. She's mid. I'm gonna go.
Mid, ugly, mid, and ugly.
What are you doing? You're harassing this little girl. She's only 13 and you're cyberbullying her.
Quick, Zezre, think. There must be a justifiable reason to hate her. I'm sure she's a bad person. I wouldn't just hate on someone for no reason. I need to find some dirt on her. Aha!
What?
She's racist. I'm hating on her because she's racist.
Oh my god, that's really bad. Why would she even like that?
See? I told you she wasn't all that. She's like mid, and I'm like 10 times hotter than her, right?
She's still harder than you.
Hello, it's me, Zezre. Before I start the video, stop commenting. I guarantee that a bunch of you are already disagreeing with me before I even expressed my opinion. Why? Because a lot of people love to assume what I'm gonna talk about before I even start talking. And if you are one of those people, stop. Stop whatever you're thinking. I haven't made my point yet. Watch at least like half my video before trying to argue with me, okay? Alright, now that that's out of the way, just a heads up. In this video, I am not mindlessly, jealously hating on a 13-year-old girl, and I'm also not trying to defend a racist. So to those of you who are going to think that, stop thinking that. That's not the point. Also, please don't hate on anyone in this video because that's not cool. Basically, today I'm going to be talking about another girl who is considered to be problematic. You know, like 90% of my content. So this time I'm talking about this girl named Scarlett. If you've been on TikTok for the past week, you might have seen people constantly talking about her. That was certainly my experience. After uploading my last video, I had no idea what to make my next video about. So that's when I was scrolling on TikTok, and I oddly kept getting videos of people talking about this Scarlett girl, making fun of her, saying that she's mid, or defending her. And the first few TikToks I got, I kind of just ignored them because I didn't know who these people were talking about. Like, who the hell is Scarlett Johansson? I couldn't really be bothered to care at first, but after getting multiple videos of people discussing her, I became curious, so I searched for context. So I found Scarlett's TikTok account. It's called Scarlett Spam 2. She has 2 million followers, and I looked at her account and my first thoughts were, this is her? This is the girl who everyone is obsessed with? I mean, she's pretty, but she's just like every other TikTok girl. And every popular TikTok girl makes lip sync TikToks and looks pretty, so what's so special about her? Then I looked at her bio, and she says she's 13, and I thought, that has to be like a joke. So I investigated, and it turns out she is actually 13. At least she claims to be. I doubted the legitimacy of her age because I've seen how 13-year-olds look, and I've never seen a 13-year-old who looks like that. But then again, there's like no way to know for sure if she's actually 13 or not. So think what you want to think. I'm just gonna personally believe that she's older because I'm literally 13 and I look like I could be her daughter, but who knows? Also, this is what I looked like when I was 13. So yeah. But basically, I started getting videos about her on my For You page about a week ago, but I'm not entirely sure when she started blowing up. I can assume it was around late March. But before I get into what people say or think about her or what drama she got herself into, I need to show you the type of content this girl produces. For context. Yo, Scarlett! What's 2 plus 2? You get it. Nothing really out of the ordinary when it comes to girls making TikToks. She really likes doing like this confused expression. But you know, I don't really care about her content. I really don't actually care about her. But people on TikTok seem to really care, so let's explore why. Now, there are varying opinions about this girl. She seems to be quite the complex subject as of late. A large amount of teenage boys really find her incredibly attractive. And I believe that that's the reason why she started blowing up in the first place. Because a bunch of teen boys started making videos about her like this. Yeah, see, the thing is, there's such a thing as your cyber footprint. Like, everything you do or post to the internet is gonna stay there forever. And the fact that these videos about her get like millions of views honestly makes me feel some severe secondhand embarrassment. Like, I know these are supposed to be funny or whatever, but to me, it's just embarrassing. Anyways, these TikToks aren't the point. The point is a bunch of teen boys started versing over her because, you know, she's a pretty confident blonde girl. It's not really out of the ordinary to see teen guys do stuff like this. But then I believe she revealed her real age in around late March, but I think that before she didn't have her age in her bio, or she had a different age mentioned in her bio. I'm not entirely sure because I only started getting her on my For You page after she started getting super viral. But judging from TikToks like this, which were uploaded around late March, I can assume she only revealed her age after a huge wave of guys made a bunch of videos sexualizing her. And look, Scarlett wasn't just considered hot by like a few teen boys. These types of TikToks of guys saying that they'd eat her period blood or whatever got like hundreds of thousands of likes. So it'd be fair to say that Scarlett was really well liked by loads of people who may have been much older than what she claims to be. After this news of her being 13 got out, a lot of guys who were much older than 13 started doubling back and being like, whoa, maybe I shouldn't have made that TikTok saying that I'd like to drink a 13-year-old's breast milk. Now I realize that it's kind of messed up. But a large number of guys were like, nah, she's lying. So they continued to first over her and sexualize her. And you know, judging from Scarlett's comments towards these guys, I'm pretty sure she enjoys these types of videos made about her. But personally, I wouldn't enjoy a bunch of guys making TikToks like that about me. And the fact that a bunch of guys realized that it was messed up to make those videos only after finding out she's 13 is honestly pretty disgusting. Because I don't think it's okay to sexualize anyone to such extremes, whether they're 13 or not, but that's just my take on it. As I said in the beginning, I don't think that she's 13, but if she is, an obvious issue in her content would be that it's very sexual. Like, for a 13-year-old, I don't think that these types of videos are very age appropriate.
Yes, come to the bed. Yes, I'm gonna be her back. My pops used to ride in that fucking Pontiac.
But then again, I'm not her mom, and I also know what it's like to be a 13-year-old because I was 13 like 2 years ago. My memory of it is still pretty fresh. And if I'm being honest, at 13, that's like when you're in the midst of puberty and hormones are running wild. And you know, it's kind of awkward to talk about stuff like this, but usually during these ages, you kind of start exploring your sexuality and stuff like that. So I kind of get it. If she is 13, like, she probably wants to sexualize herself. I don't agree with her doing it this way because you don't know how many weirdos there are out there who might want to take advantage of her. But I don't think she should necessarily get shamed for making videos like this because the content she makes is generally not problematic. But if my theory is correct that she's pretending to be 13, that's when it gets a bit weird because now we would have to think, why on earth would you pretend to be 13 years old if you are not 13 years old? Some people might say that she said that she's 13 because the guys who sexualized her made her feel uncomfortable, so she only claimed that she's 13 so that people would stop sexualizing her. But if that's really the case, then why would she comment positively on these types of TikToks if they make her uncomfortable? On the other hand, she could be pretending she's 13 because she knows that it will bring her more attention because people will be shocked at the fact that someone so young could look so mature. Or she could be trying to attract guys who find younger girls attractive, which I hope she isn't doing because that would be disgusting. Lastly, she could just be telling the truth. truth, like she could actually be 13. I am not the only person who was curious about her age, and I came across a TikTok of someone exposing her for actually being 16, and here is the image that proves it. People were also saying that she used to have 16 in her bio, but you know, I still think that this doesn't really prove anything, because if she was 13 years old, like she could just lie about her age, which is a very common thing that 13-year-olds do. She could be 13, she could be 16, she could be 45. We don't know. We don't really have any hard evidence to support any of these possibilities. But despite the confusion surrounding her age, that didn't stop guys from falling for her, and after a while, girls also started to pay attention to her. Many girls looked at her with envy, saying things like, "I wish I looked like her," or "She makes me insecure." Many girls who were older than 13 felt insecure because she's supposedly younger than them, but they believe that she looks much better. And you will find this type of behavior with just about any attractive girl on TikTok. Like, girls cannot be attractive without making some other girl insecure, because people with insecurities will compare themselves to others. People, especially young girls, never seem to be satisfied with their appearance. So when they spot a girl who they believe to be attractive, instead of acknowledging that they're attractive and moving on with their life, they start to feel bad because they don't look like that. And I think that comparing yourself to girls on the internet isn't a healthy thing to do, especially since you've never seen these people in real life and all you've seen of them is pictures or videos where they are posing and dressed pretty. Why would Scarlett ever post a video of herself where she thinks she looks ugly? She probably wouldn't do that. But I'm sure even Scarlett has days where she thinks she doesn't look the best. I'm sure she herself has some insecurities in her appearance. We all do. That's why it's useless to compare yourself to others. You should just focus on what makes you unique. But regardless, it's one thing to be insecure because of another person. It's another thing to harass someone because they make you feel insecure. And of course, only a couple of days after Scarlett became famous, she started facing loads of hate, because if you're a teenage girl on the internet, you get hate. Scarlett could only enjoy attention from cute boys for a short while, and all of a sudden everyone turned on her and started calling her mid or ugly. People kept making videos being confused on why other people find her pretty. People were basically just bullying her and making fun of all her TikToks, and here are some examples. So she basically started getting a huge wave of hate coming her way. And when the hate first came, I believe it was partly due to jealousy and also because people just wanted to jump onto a bandwagon. Like, everyone is hating on this girl, so I might as well hate on her too. I was watching this all unfold, and I initially thought that it was crazy how people are so quick to unleash their hatred and anger onto a girl who literally no one knows anything about. Like, at the time, there was absolutely no information on her, and this girl literally just became famous for her looks, and people were picking apart every little detail about her, trying to bully her, calling her a pick-me girl just because she was getting attention from guys. It just seemed like so many people were jealous of her, and at the time, there was no justifiable reason to hate her. At the time. There is a justifiable reason as of now, but back then there wasn't, because no one really knew anything about her. Anyways, in response to all of this hatred, Scarlett posted this TikTok. Which I agree with. It's actually really funny how much people on TikTok preach girls supporting girls, but as soon as a pretty girl starts getting attention from guys, people are so quick to turn on her. Do any of you remember the early days of TikTok, like in 2019, when people were painting calculators and smearing lipstick on their faces? Remember when Charli D'Amelio just started getting popular? If you weren't there, Charli initially started getting hype from boys, and she was like this 15-year-old girl doing TikTok dances, and at first a bunch of guys would make videos duetting her and talking about how fine she is. Then when those videos started becoming popular, Charli started blowing up, and that's when everyone switched up and started hating on her for just no reason. Just constantly harassing her, even though just a second ago everyone liked her. Then they found her sister, Dixie, and started hyping her up, saying that she's prettier than Charli. Then they started hating on both of them. Then there was this other girl, remind me of who she was again? To those of you who know who I'm I'm talking about. Like, remember there was this like really happy girl who said hi in like a really cute way? Yeah, then people started hating on her, and then they moved on to, I think it might have been Addison Rae. One thing I noticed is that all of these girls are white and very young, which is just an interesting thing that I'd like to point out. But anyways, TikTok is just a toxic environment for young girls. If a young girl is pretty and confident, you guys hype them up for like a week and then you just decide you hate them. Most of the time you have no valid reason to hate them, you just do. Why does this happen? It's not the first time this has happened, and I don't think it's necessarily humane. But whatever. You guys are lucky that this time the girl who you've been absolutely tearing to shreds for the past week actually turned out to be racist. So now you can justify your extreme hatred, anger, and jealousy. But anyways, yes, Scarlett has only been popular on the internet for like 2 weeks max, and she is already cancelled. Because she was already not popular with the people of TikTok, people were just itching to find a justifiable reason to hate her, and they were successful. Here's the drama to those of you who don't know. I don't know why, but apparently Scarlett's like TikToks were public for a while, so people snooped around and found that she had liked some questionable stuff. Yeah.
Scarlett is racist and fetishizes black men so much that she likes when they degrade their own race and Latiness.
But the all-time greatest Lakers, bro.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous to say that.
I'm not even sure he's on.
Every time I see a black boy uplifting a black girl or Latina on my five, Scarlett is in the comments talking about how she's taking her LPC. She can't stand to see black women and Latinas be uplifted by black men. It's weird, and she doesn't deserve her platform.
He's on the top 5 of the all-time greatest Lakers, bro.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous.
Scarlett liked a suspiciously large amount of TikToks made by black men insulting the women of their own race, which heavily implies that she agrees and supports the statements made by these disgusting individuals. And this is something that she definitely deserves criticism for, and boy, she sure did get criticism for it. Now that people actually have a reason to hate her, they didn't hold back. So what was her response to this? Did she apologize or clear things up? Well, she did put up an apology video, but it's no longer on her TikTok account. People were claiming that she deleted it, but she claims that TikTok took it down. Regardless of how or why the video is gone, I still found it because, as I said, anything you post to the internet will stay on the internet forever. So here it is. I don't think this is a good apology. In fact, I don't even think it should be counted as an apology. First off, she didn't address why she liked so many of those videos, and she didn't apologize for supporting those racist statements. She just apologized for offending anyone or making anyone insecure. Like, if it was a misunderstanding and she didn't actually agree with what those men were saying, wouldn't she clear that up and address it? It almost seems like she's trying to cover up the fact that she liked those TikToks by making this TikTok being like, everyone is beautiful and we should all support each other. But yeah, I don't know. It's not up to me to decide if this apology is valid or not, because I'm not the one who was insulted by these TikToks. Black women are. But looking from an objective point of view, this apology is just not well structured, especially considering the fact that she couldn't even be bothered to use like capital letters or talk. She just made her usual first track TikTok and crapped out a paragraph on top of it. Like, it definitely doesn't seem genuine. Also, to all the black girls out there, y'all are beautiful, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But anyways, because of this problematic behavior, people started making the conclusion that Scarlett fetishizes black men. These claims were backed up by the fact that these TikToks she liked consisted of black men who were putting down their own race and claiming that white women are better or superior. If that's the case, I don't really have to explain why that type of behavior is wrong on so many levels. I'm pretty sure you know. But moving on, in my opinion, I think that she's just a teenage TikTok girl. She has some problematic like TikToks. The best thing to do is to ignore her and move on. The problem I have with the way that people are reacting towards her is that now that everyone knows she's done something bad, now everyone feels like it's perfectly okay to just cyberbully and harass her online. And I'll probably be one of the first people to tell you this, but I don't think it's okay to hate on her to the extent that a lot of you are. If someone does something problematic, it's best to just stop giving that person your attention, because who are you to take things into your own hands and punish them? I guarantee guarantee that all of you did, are doing, or will do some crappy problematic things in your teenage years because teenagers suck. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Teenagers are insecure, teenagers are driven by hormones, and teenagers will say and do the dumbest things for attention. And I know this because I'm a teenager. And I know a lot of you guys are also teenagers, and you're probably thinking, well, I'm not racist, and I know that stuff like this isn't okay. And I'm not saying that teenagers just get a free pass and they just can be racist whenever they want. No, she definitely deserves criticism, but what she doesn't deserve is this intense, obsessive witch hunt where everyone is making videos tearing into her appearance, making fun of her every little movement, making up rumors about her. Like, she did one thing wrong. Call her out on what she did wrong. Don't go any further than that. There's nothing wrong with her appearance. There's nothing wrong with her TikToks. You guys are just using her problematic behavior as an excuse to cyberbully her. What she did is wrong, but people are acting like she's a criminal who should be condemned from society. People are hating on her more than the guys who actually made those disgusting videos. We don't know anything about this girl. Like, literally, there's no information on her. So just ignore her. I'm sure there are thousands of other girls who are exactly like her. Hopefully she will grow up and mature and realize that her actions were wrong, and I really hope that she makes an actual apology. But if she doesn't, just let her be forgotten. There's so many people out there who have done far worse things. The only difference is she has a TikTok account and they don't. Are we gonna go around and harass everyone on the street for doing bad stuff? No, because we aren't Batman. Basically, people of TikTok, stop obsessing over random teenage girls, and then we wouldn't have problems like this anymore. Also, one last thing. How come she says she's 13 and she makes sexual videos, but my TikTok account got deleted for minor safety, even though I'm supposedly older than her and none of my videos were even sexual? TikTok, explain. Why do you hate me so much? Anyways, what do you guys think of this situation? Do you agree with me, or do you have a different take on the matter? I'm excited to hear your thoughts as always, so make sure to comment them in the comments. Don't forget to follow my social media and my friend's social media who helped me film the skits for my video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!